Ladies and gentlemen, by way of introduction, this is a film about trickery and fraud, about lies.
A widow's cry at an open casket has shaken a nation, not just for the man she lost, but for the mission he left behind. In the silence of grief, Erica Kirk's whispered, "I love you," has become a battle cry for millions.
Hiya, I'm Rach and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you how I created a fake hand. It's a prop hand. It's made of PT Flex, which is like a polyurethane rubber, and I'm just going to show you how I got to the stage that I could then paint it. So I'm just going to talk you through how to live cast and then just fill in the mold. I haven't filmed me painting because that was a roller coaster in itself, but yeah, if you've been looking at how to make a prop hand, this is a video for you. And let's get into it. Using Mold Life's FX9 alginate, I measured the alginate out. I had already pre-measured the water too. I then Vaseline the hand I was going to live cast to ensure an easy release once the alginate had set and that no hair should get trapped. Then I added the water to the alginate powder and mixed it together before filling the tube with the mixed alginate and applied my hand into it. You want to ensure the entire hand is covered and is in a comfy position while the alginate sets. Once the alginate had set, I then released the suction around my wrist and wriggled my fingers gently out the mould. I then filled the mould with PT Flex, which is a polyurethane rubber, but this can also be filled with silicone and other materials like melted clay to then sculpt on. Once the hand had set, I then removed the suction around the hand and pieces of alginate to be able to remove it easier, and then that's it done.
For Erica Kirk, the moment was almost unbearable. A final goodbye to the man she loved, a husband whose voice had once filled stadiums and whose mission had inspired millions. On Saturday morning, she shared a series of heart-wrenching images on social media, showing herself bent over her slain husband, Charlie Kirk's open casket, clutching his hands, whispering her last, "I love you." In one clip, Erica can be heard softly repeating, "I love you, I love you. I know. I miss you so much."
Enid? Enid! Thing? Get help.
Blood and orange jam, my favorite. Got ya! Happy prank day!
Prank day?
It's an annual Nevermore tradition. You hadn't arrived last year when we did it. Oh, the look on your face when you thought I was dead. That was priceless. I'll carry that memory to my grave.
You might end up there sooner than you think.
I was just getting you back for that fake eyeball you left on my pillow.
What fake eyeball?
Why does this bodyguard have such unusual hands? The hand he is holding is actually a prosthetic. From the outside, it looks like the hand he holds with his real hand, but the prosthesis is attached to his arm. The bodyguard usually hides his real hand inside his jacket so he can quickly draw his weapon. This method allows him to react quickly in high-risk assassination situations.
The internet is lighting up with conspiracy theories claiming this is not Hillary Clinton, but a body double. Hillary seemed in good spirits as she emerged from her daughter Chelsea's apartment Sunday after collapsing at the 9/11 memorial ceremony. But the Twitterverse erupted. Nose looks very different. This isn't Hillary. Another conspiracy theorist noted the absence of any obvious Secret Service agents close by when Hillary walked out of Chelsea's apartment building. Some citizen sleuths claim the woman emerging from Chelsea's apartment was actually this woman, Teresa Barnwell, who's the spitting image of the presidential candidate. And Teresa added fuel to the fire when she posted a photo of herself outside the apartment building wearing sunglasses with the caption, "Maybe I was in New York."
What happened?
But rest easy, all you conspiracy theorists out there.
I don't do government work. I do not do government work. No, no, no.
Teresa Barnwell even has an ironclad alibi. She was impersonating Hillary all right, but 3,000 miles away in LA. Here's the evidence. She was appearing live on Spike TV's lip sync battle along with lookalikes of Bill Clinton, President Obama, and First Lady Michelle. Why did you post that tweet?
Just to kind of mess with people because of this rumor that had started that some kind of body double had come out of the apartment instead of the real Hillary. And I was like, come on.
And her message to the conspiracy theorists?
I mean, really?
Don't talk about Napoleon or Julius Caesar. You're talking about Elmire.
Elmire?
Elmire?
Who is Elmire? That question has yet to be answered with any real precision.
Can I kiss you too? Anybody wants to eat?
In the world of the jet setters among us beautiful people, everybody knows Elmire. But Elmire what?
He has about 60 times the same name.
Dihori?
His call is made Ori, Uri, Bori, Suri, Kori, Bari, Dori, all the...
I'd like to welcome the fake news media, which is back there. There's a lot of people back there.
The Matrix is everywhere. It is all around us. Even now, in this very room. You can see it when you look out your window or when you turn on your television. You can feel it when you go to work, when you go to church, when you pay your taxes. It is the world that has been pulled over your eyes to blind you from the truth.
His real name was Elmire Ferenc Hoffman.
Then 60 personalities, as much lies and as much real.
There are two different Donald Trumps. There's the one you see on the stage, and there's the one who's very cerebral, sits there and considers things very carefully. You can have a very good conversation with him. And that's the Donald Trump that you're going to start seeing more and more of right now.
Well, sounds very Jesuitic.
Simply put, this country and this world benefit from your commitment to Jesuit principles, to being men.
As a graduate of another great Jesuit institution, Xavier University, I have great affection for the value and purpose of a Jesuit education.
Yes, his world is a world of make-believe.
Thank you. Thank you for the intensity of your support. It matters. It matters that Americans see what's happening. I mean, I've been doing this a long time. I never really thought that I would see and have confirmed pictures of terrorists beheading children. I never thought I'd ever... Anyway,
I'm not an actor.
Not an actor? Elmire?
I'm not an actor. I am not a professional actor.
He's a leading actor in this movie. His profession, it's true, is painting fakes. Among all fakers, Elmire is number 2.
Hello again from here in Dallas, Texas, where we have been talking with former President Bush and Mrs. Bush. A lot of us couldn't believe it when we heard that President Bush's new life includes painting, even painting himself in the bath. So we ask about George W. Bush, the artist. Your paintings.
Much to the amazement of a lot of people.
Your paintings. People have been looking at your feet in the bathtub.
By the way, that's not that easy to paint. Water hitting water, just so you know, and the perspective.
But how did you decide to do it in this
it's a beauty,
arena?
Isn't it? Well, it kind of may reflect my precocious nature. Me painting myself in a bathtub or in a shower. I love to paint. Painting has changed my life in an unbelievably positive way.
We looked at some of the reviews. Layers of visibility, transparency, fragility.
Those weapons of mass destruction got to be somewhere. Nope, no weapons over there. Maybe under here.
The quietude of a certain Chardin, still life.
Yeah, wow, that's good. Yeah, I haven't
taken it seriously.
Fortunately, I haven't seen those reviews. Look, the signature is more valuable than the painting. You know what the interesting lesson is, though, that you can keep learning in life. I mean, some guy one time said to me, "Man, you deserve to rest," and I don't want to rest. I want to live life to that. I want to follow the example of President 41 and, sprinting to the grave.
Once I saw a man from Ibiza writing a book on fake who came to see me to Paris. He said, "I heard you are the first man who bought an Elmire."
That man's name was
Clifford Irving.
But perhaps with all your jetting around, you have not had chance to peruse today's headlines. I rather like the last one. It isn't even mine.
I never believe what I read in the press anyway.
Therein lies your problem, Mr. Bond.
We are not merely transferring power from one administration to another, or from one party to another, but we are transferring power from Washington, D.C., and giving it back to you, the people.
And we give it back to you, the people.
For too long, a small group in our nation's capital
are corrupt,
has reaped the rewards of government,
the rich,
while the people have borne the cost.
The oppressors of generations who have kept you down with myths of opportunity.
The establishment protected itself, but not the citizens of our country.
And do you accept the resignation of all of these liars, of all the corrupt?
That all changes, starting right here and right now, because this moment is your moment. It belongs to you.
None shall interfere. Do as you please.
January 20th, 2017 will be remembered as the day the people became the rulers of this nation again.
You see, we're both men of action, but your era and Miss Lynn's is passing. Words are the new weapons. Satellites, the new artillery.
And you become the new Supreme Allied Commander?
Exactly. TV, news, magazines. And by midnight tonight, I'll have reached and influenced more people than anyone in the history of this planet, save God himself. And the best he ever managed was a Sermon on the Mount.
You really are quite insane.
United States of America.
It will endure.
You know, I've been hearing more and more about a thing called fake news. Fake news. I've seen people destroyed, and I think it's very unfair. Some of the media outlets that I deal with are fake news. Fake news. I think it's a disgrace, an absolute disgrace, but I don't think they care.
Caesar had his legions, Napoleon had his armies. I have my division.
Napoleon, Alexander the Great, Donald Trump. We're all cut from the same cloth.
Following a disputed election and a tie vote, the U.S. Congress installs the most unpopular president in U.S. history as David Jefferson Adams becomes the 44th President of the United States. Shortly after the election, increased unrest, rioting, and a growing number of militias have given rise to ever-increasing domestic terrorism. In response, the President invokes the Homeland Security Act and declares martial law on the West Coast and other areas of the country. Though highly contested, a Supreme Court ruling sidesteps the electoral process, disqualifying popular presidential candidates from several states. Public outrage explodes when a sham election leads to incumbent David Adams accepting a second term in office. During the 57th Inauguration Day ceremonies, Washington, D.C. is struck by a low-yield nuclear weapon, killing David Adams and most of the U.S. colonies. The destruction of Washington, D.C. effectively breaks the chain of succession, sending the nation into chaos. In an emergency vote, the European Union deploys peacekeepers in the greater D.C. area to secure international interests. With separatist sentiment rising, California's governor declares home rule and secedes from the Union. Texas follows quickly and declares sovereignty, taking neighboring states with them and forming the Republic of Texas. Now, the once United States of America lie in ruin. The time for words has passed, and a second American Civil War now erupts as 7 factions wage war across the land. They battle one another to reclaim a nation, to restore peace, to rebuild this shattered union.
Well, first of all, one of the reasons I'm here today is to tell you the whole Russian thing, that's a ruse. It's a ruse. I own nothing in Russia. I don't have any deals in Russia. Russia is fake news. I just see many, many untruthful things. The press has become so dishonest. The public doesn't believe you people anymore. You have a lower approval rate than Congress. I've been hearing more and more about a thing called fake news.
The distance between insanity and genius is measured only by success.
We're in position between the fleets.
Fire one missile at the flagship of each fleet. The Chinese will think the British are rattling the saber. The British will think the Chinese are being belligerent. And the media will provide cool, objective coverage. Let the mayhem begin. What you're about to witness, Miss Lynn, is not so much a missile attack, but the launch of a new world order. In precisely 5 minutes after your countrymen have attacked the British fleet, I shall retaliate for dear old England by sending this missile into Beijing.
The important distinction to make when you're talking about the genuine quality of a painting is not so much whether it's a real painting or a fake. It's whether it's a good fake or a bad fake.
General Chang has just called an emergency meeting of the Chinese High Command. Unfortunately, General Chang will be delayed in traffic, arriving just after the missile has killed your leaders, and too late to stop the Air Force from sinking the entire British fleet. But he will be just in time to take over the government, negotiate a truce, and emerge as a world leader with a Nobel Peace Prize.
It's about 500,000. It's about the whole community.
We're going to look into it very
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Mr. President.
And you had the Nobel Prize.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
But
they gave it to you for what reason? We can explain. And I'd like to congratulate you on winning the Nobel Peace Prize. It's a very great achievement. Thank you very much.
Nobel Peace Prize? Yes, sir.
Well, I just think that President Moon was very nice when he suggested it.
Mr. President, I think I'm going to get a Nobel Prize for a lot of things if they gave it unfairly, which they don't.
Prime Minister Abe of Japan gave me the most beautiful copy of a letter that he sent to the people who give out a thing called the Nobel Prize. I am asking them to give you the Nobel Peace Prize. I said thank you. Many other people feel that way too. I'll probably never get it, but that's okay. They gave it to Obama. He didn't even know what he got it for.
I ask another question. He got the Nobel Peace Prize. Okay, think of it. He got the Nobel Peace Prize. So, I mean, just think about it.
This guy got the Nobel Peace Prize, and every time I look, he's going into another country.
Mr. President. They gave one to Obama immediately upon his ascent to the presidency, and he had no idea why he got it. And you know what? That was the only thing I agreed with him on.
And he won the Nobel Peace. Oh, do you know this? Can you believe it? He won the Nobel Peace Prize. They probably will never give it to me, even what I'm doing in Korea and Idlib province and all of these places. They probably will never give it to me. You know why? Because they don't want to.
You deserve the Nobel Prize.
Everyone thinks so, but I would never say it.
What do you get?
Me? Oh, nothing. Just exclusive broadcasting rights in China for the next 100 years. How romantic. Don't you realize how absurd your position is?
No more absurd than starting a war for ratings.
Great men have always manipulated the media to save the world. Look at William Randolph Hearst, who told his photographers, you provide the pictures, I'll provide the war. I've just taken it one step further.
Sorry about that. I tuned out there for a moment, Elliot.
I've been hearing more and more about a thing called fake news.
Fake news.
I've seen people destroyed, and I think it's very unfair. Some of the media outlets that I deal with are fake news.
Fake news.
I think it's a disgrace, an absolute disgrace, but I don't think they care.
I hope that people pay a lot of attention to making sure that everybody has a chance to vote. Make it easier, not harder. This whole notion of election or voting fraud, this is something that is constantly been disproved. This is fake news.
I'll tell you something, I don't mind bad stories. I can handle a bad story better than anybody as long as it's true. But I'm not okay when it is fake. It's all fake news. I mean, it's story after story after story. We're not gonna let it happen again. The public gets it. When I go to rallies, they want to throw their placards to CNN. Here's the thing. I want to see an honest press. I want to see an honest press. I want to see an honest press. It's so important to see an honest press.
The notion that there are a whole bunch of people out there who are going out there and are not eligible to vote and want to vote. We have the opposite problem. We have a whole bunch of people who are eligible to vote who don't vote. And so the idea that we put in place a whole bunch of barriers to people voting doesn't make sense. And then as I've said before, political gerrymandering that makes your vote matter less because politicians have decided you live in a district where everybody votes the same way you do, so that these aren't competitive races, and we get 90% Democratic districts, 90% Republican districts. That's bad for our democracy too. I worry about that.
I want to see an honest press. I want to see an honest press, but our nation's reporters will not tell you the truth. So I'll go over just some of them. MSNBC. You are fake news. The New York Times. You are fake news.
CBS, NBC, ABC,
BBC, LA Times.
You are fake news.
The Washington Post.
You are fake news.
CNN,
Very fake news.
Politico, AP,
HuffPo, BuzzFeed.
Failing pile of garbage. And I've been hearing more and more about a thing called fake news.
The president has been using a fake White House set for some of his speeches. Why is he doing that?
So he can read the prompter without people seeing the prompter. Former President Trump's senior advisor, Stephen Miller, says this. It allows him to read a script directly from a face-on monitor and without teleprompter glass that can be seen on camera. The set also has fake windows, fake flowers just right across the street from the White House. Look, if Former President Trump was called the reality show president. Biden's got to be the delusional president. I mean, a set with fake windows right across the street from the White House?
Yeah.
Fake news. I've seen people destroyed, and I think it's very unfair. Some of the media outlets that I deal with are fake news. Fake news.
30 years ago, the Omnicam Corporation created the ultimate reality-based television experience, The Truman Show. Beginning with a child's birth, they set out to document an entire human life, every single moment, broadcast live to the world. They created his hometown of Sea Haven, all of it completely enclosed within the dome of the Truman stage.
Force field. It's a dome. We're at the edge of the arena.
Cue the sun.
And even though The Truman Show has become an international phenomenon, Truman himself has never learned the true nature of the world around him.
It's television! Yes!
Despite some close calls. Every aspect of his life has been carefully scripted and meticulously crafted. But the one thing no one could predict was who Truman Burbank would grow up to be.
Good morning!
Morning!
Oh, and in case I don't see you, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. I hereby proclaim this planet Trumania of the Burbank Galaxy. Trumania, Trumania, I love and honor you.
Pope Francis is calling fake news a grave sin. Speaking to Catholic media over the weekend, the Holy Father criticized journalists who sensationalize the news and bring up old scandals. He called their actions a, quote, grave sin that hurts the heart of the journalist and hurts others. The Pope went on to say that journalists perform a fundamental mission that must be based on accuracy.
Welcome back to Vatican City. As you can see, we're standing in front of the Paul VI Hall. It was dedicated by Paul VI in 1971, and it was then named the Aula Nervi, named for, of course, the architect-designer. After the Pope died, the hall was given his name. It seats about 7,500 people, but they can expand that to 9,000 or 10,000 people, and it's generally used for weekly general audiences when the weather isn't clement and people cannot go outside in St. Peter's Square. There are also many offices and a smaller auditorium in the hall, which are used for the Synod of Bishops and other gatherings. The most amazing part of the whole hall, once you go into the part where the audience is held, is a 20-meter wide bronze sculpture of the resurrection of the risen Christ. Can't help but capture your attention.
Pope Francis had a spinning ball put on his finger. Here it is. This during a performance by a Cuban circus troupe.
Flammas eius, Lucifer matutinus inveniat. Ille inquam Lucifer qui nescito casum.
At the Vatican.
How cool!
What a show.
I mean, is he not the coolest pope ever?
Some will say that. And,
yeah.
And what a real treat that must have been for the performers.
Completely. Look how fun that looks.
Absolutely.
All the bright colors and everything, so cool.
Check it. Hawaii. All right, that's good. It's hard to trace, I guess.
As the saying goes, the proof is in the pudding, or in this case, the paperwork. The US president has released a long-form version of his birth certificate, proving again that he was born in Hawaii and is a US citizen. Barack Obama says the country has more important things to worry about, but try as he might, the speculation just won't go away. Washington correspondent Craig McMurtry reports.
Here's the president. The US president chided the networks for breaking into regular programs to cover this, of all issues.
I can't get the networks to break in on all kinds of other discussions.
But with rumours about whether he was actually born in America refusing to go away, the White House finally dispatched a lawyer to Hawaii to get a copy of Barack Obama's full birth certificate, posting it online.
Wait, you changed your name to McLovin? McLovin? What kind of a stupid name is that, Fogel? What, are you trying to be an Irish R&B singer?
The character of Donald Trump is entertaining and that he says things that people want to hear. And I know his very name is powerful. Just listen to this one supporter explain what it means to her.
I was a little girl.
Right.
Yeah. I didn't even know what Trump Towers were, but I knew that he was a wealthy, successful man.
Somehow, like there was even as a very young kid, the word Trump sort of meant rich to you.
It meant success.
She's not even wrong. Trump does sound rich. It's almost onomatopoeic. Trump. It's the sound produced when a mouthy servant is slapped across the face with a wad of $1,000 bills. Trump. It's the sound of a cork popping on a couple's champagne anniversary. The date renovations in the wine cellar were finally completed. The very name Trump is the cornerstone of his brand. If only there were a way to uncouple that magical word from the man he really is. Well, guess what? There is. Because it turns out the name Trump was not always his family's name. One biographer found that a prescient ancestor had changed it from, and this is true, Drumpf. Yes, King Drumpf. And Drumpf is much less magical. It's the sound produced when a morbidly obese pigeon flies into the window of a foreclosed Old Navy. Drumpf. It's the sound of a bottle of store-brand root beer falling off the shelf in a gas station mini-mart. And it may seem weird to bring up his ancestral name, but to quote Donald Trump, he should be proud of his heritage. Because Drumpf is much more reflective of who he actually is. So if you are thinking of voting for Donald Trump, the charismatic guy promising to make America great again, stop and take a moment to imagine how you would feel if you just met a guy named Donald Drumpf. A litigious serial liar with a string of broken business ventures and the support of a former Klan leader who he can't decide whether or not to condemn. Would you think he would make a good president, or is the spell now somewhat broken? And that is why tonight I'm asking America to make Donald Drumpf again. Hashtag make Donald Trump again. We've actually filed paperwork to trademark the name Trump. And incidentally, when we own it, I will have the best word. And if you go to donaldjtrump.com, which we own, you can download a Drumpfinator Chrome extension, which will replace the word Trump with Drumpf wherever it appears in your browser. And you can also buy these Make Donald Drumpf Again hats, which we are selling at cost, meaning we've chosen not to make a profit, a fact which will probably irritate Mr. Drumpf more than anything else I've said tonight. And if you're thinking, well, that's all great, but I wish there was a new campaign anthem for Donald Drumpf, well, here it is now. Here it is right now. Because listen, we cannot keep getting blinded by the magic of his name. We need to see him through fresh eyes. So please, don't think of him as Donald Trump. Think of him as something else.
A shorter version, the legal standard, had previously failed to silence conspiracy theorists.
We do not have time for this kind of silliness.
Reality TV star, property tycoon and Republican presidential tease, Donald Trump, had been most responsible for fanning the controversy. Far from being embarrassed, he took credit.
Today, I'm very proud of myself because I've accomplished something that nobody else has been able to accomplish.
Trump's relentless pursuit of the birther issue worried some senior Republicans. It also earned him a backhander from the president.
We're not going to be able to solve our problems if we get distracted by sideshows and carnival barkers.
You may stay
Dr. Hinkie stand here accused of using the dark magic known as analytics. This here knucklehead has blasphemed against the ways of the old school.
This heretic would have me rest my players. I say, run them all.
I mean, this notion that losing leads to winning. I mean, come on.
This guy used his sorcery to force me to make bad trade and give him all my draft picks.
Well, I don't know about that, Ronnie.
These analytics fools would have you believe the Earth is round. Do you see a curve anywhere? I mean, I'm just asking questions.
And now, with the hot hand, Sir Evan Turner is going to light Iggy on fire from a mid-range distance. Commence the long two.
Not clutch.
You know, the guillotine's probably more efficient.
Man, shut up, witch. All right, let's try again to light the heretic on fire.
Not today, Luddite.
It's Barack Obama.
A tan horse, really?
That's right. It is I, Barack Obama, 44th President of the realm, defender of rational thought and the use of data to make informed...
Show us your birth certificate!
I'll be taking the numbers, man, with me.
Thanks, Obama. But where will we go?
To a place far away, where innovation and new ideas are welcome. The MIT Sloan Sports Analytics Conference.
Barack Obama didn't take questions. White House leaks that Veteran Defence Secretary Robert Gates will soon be replaced by CIA Director Leon Panetta, with Afghanistan Commander General David Petraeus returning to take over the Central Intelligence Agency, went unanswered.
I had some family that did stuff for the CIA, because my dad, he was someone who would do medical procedures on high-level CIA people.
Whenever I go to a family reunion, half the people in the room are former retired CIA. My dad family, they've got like 7 Silver Stars and stuff like that, but it's all classified.
I'll tell the government right now, tell you right now if you're listening, NSA, CIA, I'm available, okay? If you show me all the real wreckage, I swear to God, I will make fun of that crap to the end of time. I'll make up stories. I'll lie to my mother. I don't care. You show me a UFO, I'll lie to my mother.
I think it's a disgrace, an absolute disgrace, but I don't think they care.
Charles Jaco, CNN, reporting live from Saudi Arabia. Oh, I love this country so much.
You guys just don't have a clue.
Now, when you detect this, you can tell it's been launched. Thank you. Boy, did I almost look stupid.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Donald Trump Museum, dedicated to America's #1 citizen and America's greatest living folk hero, the one and only Donald Trump. Learn the amazing history of the Trump family.
Somebody criticized me the other day because they asked me what I do, and I said, I'm going to bomb the shit out of them. It's true.
If you are able to take a question, did you think that the possible threat would be over because it is now morning there? It's what, just after 6 o'clock in the morning?
The whole thing is everyone assumed that the threat would be over because it was early morning, but the thing about Saddam Hussein is that he has never done the expected, and right now we have... All right, we are now led to understand that there are also firings in another city in Saudi Arabia. CNN's Carl Rochelle is here with me, just came up.
I guess I have some very good enemies, and I like it that way somehow, and I really believe in trashing your enemies.
Inside, you will learn how Donald Trump's father left him a large inheritance.
Nobody's going to do more women than Donald Trump. That I can tell you. That I can tell you. And I think they know it.
Discover how in 2016 Donald Trump successfully lobbied to legalize gambling.
Part of the beauty of me is that I'm very rich.
He wants to run for president and move on into the White House. Why not?
Share in the stupidity of the average American as they made him the 45th president of the United States.
That will easily go down
as the greatest president in the history of the United States. Me, Donald John Trump.
No! Hey, no! Hey, wait, you come with us upstairs? There you go, Sonny. We can do this the easy way or the hard way. The easy way.
The sharing of biased and
false news has become all too common on social media.
More alarming, some media outlets publish things that simply aren't true without checking facts first.
Unfortunately, some members of the media use their platforms to push their own personal bias and agenda to control exactly what people think, and this is extremely dangerous to our democracy.
I'm the hand of Mona Lisa's skirt. I'm a surprise, Kevin. They don't see me coming. That's what you're missing.
I'm built from pieces you can understand. I'm custom made to reach your expectations. Was created to protect you. Was updated to detect you. I was made to love you, made to love, made to love, made to love, made to love you, made to love, made to I'm created from the plans that you design. A perfect blueprint of all that you require. Been invented to accommodate you. I've been programmed to upgrade you. I was made to love, made to love you, made to love, made to love, made to love, made to love you, made to love, made to love. And I'm perfectly in sync with you. And I know that you can feel it too. Feel it too. Feel it I was made to love, made to love you, made to love, made to love, made to love, made to love you, made to love, made to love, made to love, made to love you, made to love, made to love, made to love, made to love you, made to love, made to love.
If we turn against each other based on divisions of race or religion,
Come on, try getting it out.
Ding, 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 bong.
That's all, folks.
Does that explain it, folks? Does that explain it?
trust in me.